Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video on the channel. Episode 3 of my Farming Simulator 19 series on Rusty Acres is here. As you can see, I have ploughed all of the remaining fields. Well, you can see one of them anyway. But I have ploughed all the remaining fields. So what we are going to be doing today is finishing off what I thought I'd have time to do in the last video, which will be cultivating and then seeding. So this is going to be spread over effectively 2 in-game days. We are still on the same day as last episode for the time being, but we will have to advance a day to be able to plant the sunflowers, which will be the 3 remaining fields. Now, at some point I would like to purchase a grass field. I'd quite like to do some silage, or even get some animals at some point. I never normally do anything with animals in this game. But let me know what your opinion is in the comments down below. Should we get animals? Should we even get a grass field at all? Tell me what you think. Now, we've got the cedar over there. In that field where we planted the alfalfa last time. We're not going to use that for the time being. We will leave it there though. Now, so beautiful Massey Ferguson is quite grubby now. Been doing a lot of work, and it's about to do even more. You can see the broken IBC still in the middle there. We'll take from that one first. Oh, it started shaking. We're just gonna drive off. Nothing to see. Okay, so we are at the field that I just started in. We'll do this one first, since this is the bigger of the 3, or the larger of the 3, and we'll make our way back towards the farm. Now, hopefully we might even get to do some fertilising today, because we'll need to get that alfalfa done so we can harvest it as soon as possible. We are going to need to rent the forage harvester, of course. That's no problem at all. I'm really excited to do this alfalfa, actually. As I said, it's not something I've really done before. I say it's not something I've really done before. I've never done it before, so it'd be quite a good thing to do. Now, of course, Farming Simulator 22 coming out at the end of this year, so this is the last series on FS19, and then we'll go over to FS22. And I say the last series on this. This is really the first series I've continued on. I've done a few episodes on... What did I do there? I have no idea. I've broken it. Oh no, I fixed it. I'm just gonna drive on. That never happened. Never happened. But yeah, so the new crops in Farming Simulator, of course, grapes. Really excited to do those. We finally might get to see some compact tractors in the game as well. And of course, grapes, vineyards, you've got to have compact tractors, because how are you meant to fertilise it? That also brings up another good point. We're going to see, hopefully, some new sprayers as well, some orchard sprayers. A bit like, for those of you who have seen or played it, Pure Farming 2018. That game is primarily based around that sort of orchard farming and those unique aspects that the games like Farming Simulator never really touch on. And so, hopefully, we'll be starting to see more of that in the upcoming games. Especially in 22 with the grapes, and hopefully they'll add even more fruit crops in maybe the expansion DLC, because they normally do the platinum expansion or gold expansion, or I don't know what they're on now. Probably diamond expansion this time, isn't it? But we'll wait and see. So for those of you who want information on the game, check out the playlist. Yeah, let's get this cultivating done. Okay, so that is the cultivating done. We'll fold the cultivator up. Hopefully it'll actually work. Press the button a few times now. There we go. Now I think we'll need to. We might need to skip to the next day to be able to plant these sunflowers. I think they need about 10 degrees ground temperature. We only have 8 degrees at the moment. So sunflowers, no, we can plant them now. That is perfect. Now, something I've been wondering, should we get bees? A bit random, I know, but we could make quite a nice profit from having them. Just having some beehives. I mean, we could put it around the edges of some of our fields. We could have it, for example, in this one where we've got the 3 that meet together. We could have a couple of hives within there. There is, of course, that patch of land just over there by the bales that we could use. Just something as a little sideline profit. So let me know in the comments whether you think that would be a good idea or not. So we need to go and either purchase or rent a planter so that we can actually get sunflowers in the ground. Okay, so we're just pulling into the dealership now. I have bought a planter. This is just second hand. I've gone with the Vedestad. I don't know the exact name of it. You can see we've got front and rear pieces to it. So we'll take this back to the farm, get it filled up. It's second hand, so it will need repairing. I think we'll try it without first. It should still work fine. Try and fold that up as well. There we go. In fact, actually, let's have a look and see exactly what it's on. Yeah, that should be fine for now. There we go. Looking pretty good. So it can take fertilizer as well, I think. We'll just use the seed in it for the time being. Just make it a little bit easier. I say a little bit easier. Obviously we won't have that extra stage of fertilization, however, the fertilizer will run out quicker than the seed, so I'll have to keep going back and forth. And ideally, I don't want to be doing that. Okay, so that is the field all drilled. We've done the 3 remaining ones. Now we're going to need to go find a place on the farmyard for this, because I did of course have to buy this. I'm sure we'll find somewhere, and then we'll advance to the next day. We'll hop in the other tractor and we'll get some fertilising done. Okay, so it is now the next day, and you can see our alfalfa has come through, and the same thing over here with the sunflower. So we need to get this all fertilised quickly. So we'll jump over into our other Massey Ferguson tractor, get it hooked up, filled up, and then we'll get started. So yeah, we are certainly getting into this series now. Really excited to see where it's going to be heading. Now, of course, I have got to start thinking about where we're going to put the oil production factory. Because as I said in the first episode, and I think last episode I said about it as well, it is something that I would really like to do. We've just got to figure out which field we'd like to sacrifice. Now there is one, if I bring up the mini-map, and you can't see it because it's got writing over the top of it. I'll show you when we get to it exactly which field I'm thinking of. I think it should be an ideal field. It's fairly squared off. It'll just have to be a case of levelling it all out and then placing it. It's going very well so far. It's a very nice tractor model, this. Of course, you can get this off of the mod hub. Highly suggest doing so. It's a very good vehicle. Line that up a bit better. Yeah, we shouldn't have to refill this anytime soon. I should think we'll be able to do these 3 fields at least with the amount we've got in there. We might even be able to do all of them. It might be worrying over nothing, but it's always best to be safe than sorry. Something I want to know from you guys, let me know in the comments, what do you think of my editing? Because it's something I've never really done much editing before. It's normally just cutting off the start and the end when I'm starting and cutting the recording off. And then sometimes putting an intro in it. Might do little bit of jump cutting in the middle, but other than that, that would have been it. But of course in this series I've done quite a few time lapses so far. I tend to leave all of this sort of work for that. But let me know, what do you guys think of it? Because that's something I want to know. Do you prefer the time lapses, or do you prefer sections like this where I'm just talking over the top occasionally? Be really interested to hear all of your opinions, so do let me know in the comments section. We won't bother folding this away, we're only going to the field next door. And now I think this is the point where we will turn this into a time lapse. Okay, so we're on that last little bit now, and that is all of the fields fertilised, which is good news. So I'm going to end this episode right here. In the next one, we will probably be doing another set of fertilising, and then hopefully getting on to harvesting. Now, I should imagine the alfalfa will be done first. But we'll find out. Now, of course, we will have to vent both the forage harvester and the combine. But that's all right. So hopefully you all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, check out the playlist as well. Discord server open for you all to join. And again, hopefully you all enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time.